Finances? Let me show you my bank account because there's no way anyone's doing worse than me right now. And before I show you guys the numbers, just know this is before I pay rent, car payment, and debt payment tomorrow, which totals out to, I think, $1,404. All right, so here we've got my checking after I transferred the entirety of my savings into it. This is a credit card that I'm paying off. So this is actually like a negative amount. I was saving money from January through June. I had $700 in my savings. And it took me 6 months to stack that up. I work a full-time job. I clean houses outside of my regular job. I work like 6 days a week right now. And this is still what I am starting my next month with. Technically like $30 less than what I need for all my bills tomorrow. And this honestly isn't just right now. I have been living my life paycheck to paycheck since I was 18 years old. I am 26. I have had 2 to 3 jobs since I was 18. That is close to 10 years of doing this. Going online and seeing people on the internet is not necessarily an accurate representation of who they are or what they have going on in their real life. People probably look at me and think I have it all figured out. I absolutely do not even close. Before you come at me thinking I'm just super irresponsible with my money, I've never met my father. I'm not in contact with my mom. I was removed from my home at 17, aged out of the system, and turned 18 with not a dollar to my name. I wasn't allowed to have a job. I did not have a bank account. I literally had nothing when I started my life. Since day one, I have had no support system. I feel like I've been running on a hamster wheel since I started my life.
Gather my thoughts here. First of all, kudos to you, young lady. I agree for the fact that you didn't have parents that cared about you, that were nurturing and things of that nature, you know. But the other thing you have to keep in mind, and I'm not trying to be harsh, that's not an excuse, because with the right information and the right connections, if you'd had those in your life, the people with the knowledge to try to help you understand finances and how to keep yourself out of debt and things of that nature, you don't necessarily have to have parents. Now, having a bad start and having a rough start can actually play a part in the choices and decisions that we make, because we are all a product of our life experiences, as I'm sure you are. What I'm saying is, instead of getting on the internet and making videos about the struggles, find something else to do. Maybe you need to stop cleaning houses. Maybe you need to start your own thing, or maybe get a few more houses. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm sure you're not mentioning it, but what other debts do you have? Do you have a car payment? Do you have any student loan debt? Another waste, but we won't even go there. Do you have any loans? Or there's a lot of other things that can suck your income. You know, are those things a factor? Just things to think about. But again, I just want to give you credit for having a rough start, like a lot of us do. You know, I mean, I had both parents. I had my dad till I was 16, but I didn't have any handouts or any help from my parents either. The only difference between you and me is they were there. You know, they didn't give me a dime. Actually, I was still living at home and paying my mom $400 a month rent because she was trying to teach me responsibility. So, just saying.
There have been times where I've spent my money on things that were non-necessities. Of course, I'm a human being and I deserve to occasionally enjoy the money I bust my butt for. So I'll never guilt myself over that fact. The amount of money I've spent on non-necessities in the past is not going to make or break my finances right now. But this is the reality for me and for a lot of people. Whether they look like they have it together online or not, they likely don't. You are not alone. Do not feel bad. Do not feel ashamed. Money itself does not define you as a person. Does this situation stress me out? Does it bother me? Does it suck from time to time? Of course, but I do not define myself with my finances. I know things about my story and my situation that nobody else knows. And at the end of the day, we are all doing the best we can in the present moment. I know a lot more now than I knew in the past. Money does not equal happiness. Even though my finances are this way, even though I have to work jobs I really don't like because I'm kind of stuck, I don't have wiggle room to get out of them, I am so much happier now than I used to be with the exact same financial situation, if not a lot less debt. That's because everything you feel comes from the way you think about a situation, not the situation itself. You can change your entire life without even changing anything about your circumstances. I hope someone sees this who is stressed out about money, who feels like they're never going to make it, they can't get by, or is defining themselves as a failure because of it.
I don't believe you can change your entire life without changing your circumstances. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And if you listen to her talking, she just confirmed what I was saying. She's made some bad choices, which we all have. I'm not beating her up for those bad choices, but you get on here and you complain about how much money, you know, you don't have at the start of the month. But what kind of financial choices are you making? I mean, you're basically admitting it, but then making an excuse saying that, everybody's done it, blah, blah, blah. Bottom line is make some better choices. That's what it comes down to. May it be hard, may it be a struggle for a time, yeah, but better choices, better things. Poor choices, poorer things.
I am putting my lack of money on the internet for anybody to see, just to show you guys that one, time is going to go on. Things are going to move forward one way or another. You'll figure it out. And two, you can still find things to be grateful for every single day. I am grateful that I'm probably going to make it at least another month. Even if I don't know if I'm going to have grocery money next week, I know I have food in the fridge right now. And I just know that I'm doing the best that I can every single day. Please find a way to enjoy your life, regardless of what you have going on financially, because one day we will die and it doesn't matter how much money we have to our name. None of it is going with us. You're going to be okay.
Shit, it's it. Every time I turn around, every time I turn around, why is condo due, rent due, insurance due? Don't let you need some food in your house, cause that's another $100, $200. Especially ain't got no food stamps with a single person like me that's not living on government assistance. Baby, it is hard out here for a pimp. Every time I turn around, something due. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs still. Every time you turn around, something is due. Something is due every time you turn around. Every time you turn around, it's something due. Something due. Something due with giving somebody my money. I'm so sick and tired of giving my bill money to people. I'm sick and tired of giving my hard-earned money to people every time I turn around. Every time I turn around, y'all, it is something I have to pay. America. It just seems like you pay something one thing, then it's something else coming like boop, boop, bow, bow, bow. With the bills. Drowning in bills.
You know what's funny is that's life, baby girl. That's life, You look like you're probably 25. Like I said, I'm almost 60. And yeah, it still comes. But the difference is if you learn to make better choices, continue bettering yourself to increase your income, it's not as bad. Talking from experience.
I just paid all my bills for June. Ain't shit left on my debit card but my name and the expiration date.
I had to move out, no trust funds, get my own house, get my own car, and I gotta keep a job to pay for the house and the car. Like, I'm in charge of all of this? Me. Don't have no kids. I would not recommend it. If you don't got none, don't have none. And you gotta pay for your own food if you don't get government assistance. How is one job gonna pay for all of this? Then they get mad when people scamming and selling stuff. I don't blame them.
The one thing I will add that I haven't in this video yet, the Biden administration, and everything that's happened over the last 4 years and the inflation and all that stuff, it's real. I mean, prices are high, so I get that. I give all of you people that are complaining and ranting on here, I'll give you credit on that. The food thing is real, but you know what? There's always a way. There's always some discount store, and if you got to eat rice and beans or beans and rice just to make ends meet, do what you got to do.
You gotta try not to get a criminal background, because it's gonna be stuck with you for life. You gotta chase your dreams. You gotta chase your dreams. You gotta have money to travel the world, to enjoy your life. Because ain't no way I'm sitting in this city and state and not doing nothing. You gotta deal with people close to you dying. That's stress, because we got feelings and can't help it.
Life is stress.
Your love life. This is crazy. May them people rest in peace. I'm so jealous. That is crazy.
You know what, Europeans? You can laugh at the United States right now, but it's not going to be funny a year from now when all of our rich white people have moved into your cities and you can't afford rent anymore.
Really? So an hour of your life is worth $15. Oh, I'm sorry, is it 20? Oh, you made rent this month. Congratulations. Looks like you'll be here for another month. That's awesome.
Just listening to what this guy had to say, he's right. I mean, if you really break it down and you think about it, that is if you're even making $15 an hour. Is your life worth $15 an hour? If you look back through history, we have been trained to learn how to go out and get a job, work basically until we're about ready to die. Some of us are past retirement age and still working. It's really interesting when you look at things different. You know what I mean? Like, think outside the box. How many of you think you're worth more than $15 an hour or $20 an hour for your time? Just think about it.
Nah, that's all right. You're used to the precarious life, aren't you? Look, just keep working hard, okay? And pay your dues. Who knows? Maybe when you're 60, 70, 75, you'll be able to afford your home. Just in time for death. Everything's fine. It's just your one precious chance at life. But hey, what you're doing is good for the economy, okay? You just gotta grind harder, is all.
You ordering off of Shein and Fashion Nova. You sitting up worrying about the wrong shit. Ma'am, any extra money? Fix your credit. Ma'am, any extra money? Join a gym and exercise. Ma'am, any extra money? Put it with the food stamp money and start buying better food. Stop feeding them kids fucking ramen noodles and Taki chips and all that shit in boxes and bags. Any extra money you got? Invest in you learning some new things to level your lifestyle up. You gotta crawl before you motherfucking walk. Y'all bitches be fully on welfare. Soon as you come into a check, I'm going to get my body done. I'm finna get this new Benz. I'm finna buy this. ma'am, sit the fuck down. Evaluate why your shit look the way it look and why you need all that goddamn assistance. Some of y'all, you ain't on no assistance. You just living the fuck off of family members. Baby girl, your mama tired. Your mama tired.
But if you look back through history, and I'll end on this, this is what we've been taught to do. We haven't been taught business. We haven't been taught how to be out and become entrepreneurs and create our own thing. You know, it's just the way the world is. So my prayer is that hopefully most of you will go out and find something that you can do, some value that you can bring, and learn how to monetize yourself or generate additional revenue streams on your own, in addition to your job, until you can walk away from those things. It is possible. I'm telling you, it's possible. Anyway, make sure you hit the like button because it does help the algorithm, believe it or not. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. As always, I love you guys, and I will check you on the next one, family. Later.